What's up, everybody? This is Ripples in Wales, back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and having a great day wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing. Right, quick news brief today. Sunday, we're gonna have a bit of a blitz through it. I've just done one video for you on BRICS, and I'm gonna just quick cover all the news that I've seen this morning. A brief summation of what I've come into contact with. But before we do that, please give my channel a like and subscribe on Twitter. It's Ripples in Wales. And if you are not subscribed already to the Ripples Digital Assets on YouTube, please do so. There's now almost 25, there'll be 25 videos out by the end of the day today, maybe even 26. A quarter of a century. The target is, first of all, 100 videos. And we're going to build a platform for news and crypto. And yeah, and everything that I see coming down the line in the metaverse and the internet of value and digital assets and crypto assets for the future as well. Really enjoy doing this. It's what I'm really dialed into for the past 4 years, so it's time I pass that knowledge on to you all. Currently, XRP had a little bit of a pullback. No big dramas. We expected it to come there. It's probably going to come down a little bit lower. I probably could put some entries here at 0.55, 55 cents. Currently, at the market cap, we've got Bitcoin at 29,375, kind of really into the consolidation territory. Ethereum at $1,849. XRP at 62 cents, and yeah, there's a few others that I've got my eye on, but that's it pretty much at the minute. I'm currently, I'll tell you where my mindset and focus is at the minute. Outside of the XRPL and keep my eye on what the build out is occurring in that ecosystem, my eyes are on other layer 1 projects and learning as quick as I can about Avalanche, Solana, Matic, and these other layer 1 scaling solutions that might help Ethereum out, learning about Flare, taking the time in these markets when there's not a huge amount of emotional input to do some deep research and find out which platforms I want to get into for the future. I had a bit of a paradigm shift thought the other day, and it was to do with these changing structure and paradigm we've got going at the minute in the world of finance, and how these G20 currencies were formerly connected to countries, yeah, and still are, and they still will be with CBDCs in the future, and that's fine. You know, the British pound is connected to Great Britain and the US dollar is connected to the US. But in the internet world, we are in a new neutrality, and we don't necessarily need those tokens to work down into the metaverse for the future. There will be new currencies, as in stable coins, yeah, not CBDCs, but stable coins and other cryptos that will be used. And I kind of looked at these layer 1 projects, and by layer 1s we're talking, the Bitcoin, Ethereum dominantly, the XRPL, Cardano, Solana, Avalanche, DOT. These are what we call layer 1s, if you don't already know. They're at the base protocol where things and dApps are built out from. And I consider these almost like nation states of the internet. Also had Adera, Graph, Algorand. And so don't always put just your focus on one asset. You want to buy a swathe of assets that will become the nation states of the new internet to come. And the new internet is the metaverse, it's the internet of value, and it's a new world building out, a new paradigm in the ether. Okay, not Ethereum, in the ether as in the World Wide Web. And these layer 1s will become as big as sovereign countries. And so having a good strategy and investment in each of these now will mean that you have a good bag of crypto assets into the future. There's a bit of a paradigm shift in my thought thinking. Anyway, let's go and have a look at what's going on in the world right now. We've covered this video earlier on. I've mentioned to you all blockchain backer is rotating currently. I'm just going to give my profile a refresh there before we jump into the news, because hold on, where are we? There we go. So I've just said this before, blockchain backers rotating. We're almost at the kind of the top of the relief cycle, relief rally of Bitcoin, and it's a lot of the whales may then start rotating into other altcoins that are looking a good investment opportunity to them. DS this morning tweeted out, what should I tweet more about? I put riddles. We talked about this BRICS video a minute ago. Very interesting video regarding Saudi Arabia being a linchpin. Some interesting Mac attack from Twitter posted, the documents show XRP community had a huge impact on the Ripple versus SEC case. Well, God, I mean, I really wasn't involved formally in this. Legal stuff is not my bag, but the likes of Digital Asset Investor, Jeremy Hogan, John Eaton, those guys, and all the others, Cowboy Crypto, they did an amazing job at pushing the attention onto this space, and it just goes to show that you do have a voice in this new world. Reserve Bank of New Zealand collaborates with Ripple on a CBDC using the XRP ledger. Now, I haven't qualified this. Apparently, it's a news article by MacAttack again, but very interesting to see if they are. That'll be, as an Australia and New Zealand now. Ripple advances, again by MacAttack. Ripple X advances XRP ledger evolution with the XLS30 AMM protocol. And the testing phase of the XLS30D was initiated on the DevNet platform in November 22. So we maybe can expect that being... and that's the AMM, the automated market maker that David Schwartz talked about. Very interesting stuff to come on the XRPL. You can start to see now that the public side of the XRPL has really been built out. We've had, the XLS20D, which is smart contracts, or basic smart contracts, on the XRPL where we were able to have NFTs. Sorry, NFTs is a better way of saying XLS20D. We're now looking at the AMM upgrades, and also hooks, which will be on a separate chain for the minute, a side chain, but fascinating to see the evolution and these upgrades and potential future amendments that will come to the XRPL. Top pundit unveils XRP treasure map projecting 1230%, 1,230% rally to $8.50. Well, we've seen a lot of these projections. I mean, we'll just have to just sit and see for the time being. The charts are looking very juicy, but I think we've got a little bit of a while yet. Anyway, Sam Lyman talks about the implication of Judge Torres' ruling stands is the majority of crypto assets sold in exchanges are not securities. Listen.
A couple years ago, the SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple Labs, which is the issuer of XRP, which is one of the biggest cryptocurrencies in the space. So in this lawsuit, the SEC asserted that XRP was a security and that Ripple was issuing an unregistered security, and therefore the law should apply to them. And so what happened in this court case, however, was a monumental decision for the space. So Judge Annalisa Torres, she actually ruled that when XRP was first issued and sold to institutional investors, it was then a security. But after that, when XRP was sold on crypto exchanges, you had a lot of retail investors buying this asset, not knowing that it was tied to a specific company. And so by that definition, it actually didn't meet the criteria for a security. And so that has huge ripple effects, if you will, for the industry itself, because the implication, if that ruling stands, is that the majority of crypto assets sold on crypto exchanges like Coinbase or like Kraken, for example, against what Gary Gensler has said, that those are all securities, they are actually not securities. And so it's had a lot of really large implications for the space going forward. And
so the knight keeps fighting the good fight, doesn't he? And it's not just Ripple is fighting for this whole space. We've seen that before, that Coinbase, tail between their legs, followed into the kind of the background, and all of a sudden they were super grateful that Ripple had won. Do you remember when the lawsuit happened? I don't think they were so quick to kind of well, they didn't say anything, and I'm not knocking Brian Armstrong or any of his clan, but there was no one there standing out to defend Ripple in their quest, was there? But Ripple is defending the whole space. That's fascinating to hear. Riz XRP posted this picture, with the global plumbing, which is, the oceans of the world with the Ripple logo, and I love that on-demand liquidity by Ripple. This is Riz again, Riz XRP. All XRP haters, listen up. I think this is by, of course, the Money Channel. Oh no, it's not. It's TMI. It's a YouTube channel. Big shout out to him. I think he has a couple of channels. You'll recognize his voice.
It's just constantly expanding around the world.
Sorry.
I get that humans have a huge amount of bias against many things, whether they be right or wrong. But to constantly still listen to stuff that people told you back in 2017 that was all completely fake, and to hear that Ripple, the company, is just constantly expanding around the world. They're in the same exact group as JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, and for you to still sit there with your arms folded and be like, well, I'm still not buying it. It's not more so for you to buy it. I've seen that so many other times before. People posting on Twitter, not even just on my Twitter, but in general. A coin might do really well. They have amazing partnerships, and I'm talking more about Polygon in this instance. They'll have really good partnerships.
Okay, his point was regarding Ripple's entry into the precious circle, and the mod investor, I think it's a TMI. He's a really lovely guy. He's got a fantastic YouTube channel. I've been listening to him 4 or 5 years, and he's talking about, you know, this acceleration with growth in the Ripple sphere. Yet, you know, people can't really see it. And I kind of knew this would happen because people get really siloed into looking at one chain. And that's why I always urge you all, okay, and if it's one thing that I can hopefully bequeath across to you all, across the sound waves of the internet, is that don't follow the same mistakes that I made, which was being so focused on one, which was useful because I was able to derive, I guess in some ways, a deep knowledge pool on the XRP and have real faith in my investments. But also, once you have that, you know, curiosity satisfied, then to branch out your learning into other spheres. Don't just watch XRP videos every day. Okay, learn Solana videos, Avalanche videos, Ethereum videos. Don't become a maxi of anything. David Schwartz has said many times, say no to tribalism. Okay, we're going to be in a multi-chain world, and you're going to be the best off when you're diversified. Just saying that with love, you know. This is from Bullzilla.
When I think about the presentation we just saw on what is blockchain, at the end of the day, I think about blockchain as something that can enable two parties to transact without a central counterparty. I've gotten the question before of, is Ripple a blockchain company? Is Ripple a crypto company? What is Ripple? And I've said, no, Ripple's a payments company. We're solving a payments problem. We happen to use blockchain technologies. We happen to use a digital asset to solve that problem. But at its core, Ripple is selling solutions to banks, to financial institutions, to payment providers globally that enables them to transact with much lower cost, much faster.
So this is a really an apt kind of summarization of the company Ripple. And if you all are new to the space, or you're kind of learning about Ripple and stuff, Ripple's just a software company, and they build out solutions for banks using the XRPL and using the native token of the XRPL, which is XRP. So, you know, Brad is the CEO of Ripple, and he's trying to explain that. And Riz XRP has posted this, which is a hijack of the X Twitter new logo. It's not a security, it's a bridge currency. And this goes back to a fantastic, it's also posted by Riz XRP, beg your pardon. It was a Wall Street roundtable, and Jim Rickards chaired it, and they were talking about the potential change.
You can't $2 for a $2 cup of coffee. It's a $2 transaction fee.
You don't know what it's going to cost you in 10 minutes.
Bitcoin and payments they're talking about.
That are working with regulators and are working with banks.
I agree.
Ripple would be an example.
Ripple would be an example, right.
Now this is and I can imagine in the next 5 years, instead of us doing sterling against the dollar or sterling against the yen and doing these kinds of transactions, we'll do sterling versus Ripple. And the reason being, dollar right now is a 2-day settlement. With something like Ripple, you could do settlement in seconds. And I think that there's a future there where the guy that's trading spot FX today will be trading spot FX against Ripple in the future, in the next 2 or 3 years. So I think that Ripple has a great future because it's right now supported by all the banks and by all the regulators.
And it has an elastic monetary base. Right?
So well, if we take that and you go to the blockchain ledger, if you take that concept that you're discussing, I have no problem with it. I agree with it. But you're talking about money. You're talking about transaction, medium of exchange. There has to be something behind it, and that's where I'm going to pull this conversation back to gold. There has to be some sort of reserve.
What did we always get told back in the day? And this is not about XRP being backed by gold. Don't misinterpret that. It will be CBDCs backed with gold. Okay? And those were going to be transported down the ledger. And XRP is just the kind of utility token that's going to facilitate that, I think. Ripple joins American Express joins Ripple. RippleNet instant payments are now live between US and UK. How interesting. Do you see this kind of news barrage that's coming on? Now, there's another thing posted by Riz XRP, which is forwarded on from Kanga Space 589. Don't wait until it happens. And it was regarding the volume of XRP that was available to the public liquidity. And I think this might be out by some bit, but this is just my personal takes on it. I don't think Upbit has 3.8 billion tokens of XRP on it. Although I could stand corrected, I've yet to check it. It just seems awfully large. If we ignored the Upbit and we just looked at the remaining tokens, we'd probably have, well, probably less than, I'd say probably 4 to 5% of the supply of XRP, because the equals probably in the excess of 1.1 billion which is actually is 1 to 2% of the supply. I'm not sure if that bit is a institutional OTC exchange. Someone might be able to post that in the comments and correct me or tell me otherwise. I certainly don't use that bit, but maybe institutions do. But for them to have 3.8 billion, it sounds maybe it's like an ODL or a Ripple affiliated OTC desk. But you can see the point on this is there's not a huge amount of liquidity available in XRP in any of these exchanges. And the main point was Ripple had stopped selling XRP to the secondary markets in 2019. Now take a moment to think about that. Ripple had stopped selling XRP to the secondary markets. There's no more new XRP coming on from Ripple's side. Okay, Ripple is now buying that actually back off the secondary markets. So think about this in a supply shock scenario. You've got, say, let's remove that 3.8 billion from that bit, and let's assume that we've got 1.5 billion XRP in circulation, which is 1.5% of the supply. All right, that is a tiny, tiny fraction. All right, and let's imagine a price shock to $10 of XRP. Okay, and we see institutional investors coming in. Okay, you've also got the institutional investors that are being in competition with Ripple because Ripple's buying that XRP back off those exchanges in order to service their ODL requirements. So slowly but surely, the liquidity is being drained from the public exchanges on XRP. They are sucking it dry. Okay, no more is coming on. Only the ones that you sell or that I sell, and I'm not selling. So we're going to reach a supply shock scenario potentially, aren't we? This is a great graphic to illustrate that. We've talked about New Zealand collaborating with Ripple on the CBDCs. And I just love this video again by Gemini. Did you see it? I don't know if you saw it. This was a meme Gemini posted. Let's watch this. This is so good. All right, come on.
2, 5.
Well, that's what we do. We fight. What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
Why are you stepping up on me like that? What's up? KB.
Love it. Okay, so Gemini have jumped on the bandwagon right now. Also, Gemini, whilst we're on the subject of that, have released a faucet, and it's not a scam. Each day they are releasing 4,000 XRP to the community, where you can claim 20 XRP to a particular wallet that you've got. It has to be verified. I tried yesterday, couldn't figure it out. I think the faucet will be open again today. When that 4,000's gone, don't get scammed. If there's any scamming links, please be careful. Don't get don't get caught out. But Gemini have joined the party, and they're creating a bit of momentum around the XRP community. Yeah, this is a great meme by Anders. I don't know if you've seen this before. JP Morgan, look at me. I am the captain now. David Schwartz. This is quite a funny meme. And also a big shout out to Crypto Sensei, who's putting a shout out here for the. I'm just gonna give you a brief understanding of what's going on here. There's obviously been wildfires in Maui and Hawaii, and a lot of people have been killed, displaced, and it's really sad news. And he's putting a shout out for help regarding aid and just help and donations.
Hey everybody, the wildfires in Maui and the Big Island have basically destroyed Lahaina and some other places, and the people of Hawaii really need some help with donations if you can. There's places like this where people are raising supplies and different things in the park here where close to where I live, but if you are not in a position to donate supplies, maybe you can donate some money. I will leave some links below of some charities that you can donate to really help the people of Hawaii. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good weekend, but people need your help if you can. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
And we should always remember that, we're in this space to make money in the crypto asset space, but we always remember to help others. Massive thing in my life is helping others. We're going to talk about that in the later channel, and ventures that I might have in the future, and I urge you all to do the same. There's a very powerful connection to the world that you can really switch on when you learn to serve others first. And if you see others in need, go and help them, man. I try that one to two things a day, where you go out and you help someone unapologetically without the need for a thank you or anything else. It has a massive impact on your life, spiritually and all the others. Anyway, this is the XRP faucet that Anders was talking about. Gemini really went full XRP maxi. And back to the blockchain backer. Also, there is a Evernote drop. I think the Oh, that was a Flare community post. There is an Evernote drop. Oh, that's it there, sorry. So this was it, Flare community. Airdrop announcements, and please do not get scammed. Follow all the official links for this kind of stuff. XRP holders wanting to participate in the Evernote airdrop, be sure to hold your assets in a self-custody wallet by September the 1st. The cap is 50,000 XRP per account. So if you've got more than 50,000 XRP, if you're in a very special position like that, you could split it into 2 accounts and claim on both, I believe. And that was a link posted by this gentleman here. Evernote airdrop has been announced and the questions are piling in despite Evernote's attempts to provide clear guidance. As of today, all you need to know is if you want an airdrop is that you need to hold your XRP on 1st of September, 6 PM AEST, on a self-custody wallet such as Zoom, Ledger, exchanges cannot support this. Okay, exchanges cannot support this airdrop, right? Fine. Finally, the airdrop has a max limit of 50k XRP, so if you do hold more than that, you will need to split over multiple wallets. Once snapshot has been taken, there will be a second step, but for now, you really don't need to be concerned about that. I wager there will be a tool to simplify that step. I may even build it. Let's see. Okay, and that's Chris. I should follow him for sure. He's obviously a dev, dedicated to XRPL, CTO of BPM Wallet. Oh, right, it's a CTO. Wow. Okay, I've not even seen Chris before. Right, what a legend. Complete step 1 and please stop bombarding Evernote with questions about step 2. They have more important stuff to do this time. Please just be patient. Right, and that's a very fair question. So we'll wrap it up at that today, 21 minutes in. Please give the video a like and drop a comment. Come and say hello to me in the comment section. I've replied to pretty much everyone so far. As this channel grows, it may get to a point where I can't reply to all of them. But in these early stages, I definitely come and say hello to you all and connect to you all and whatnot. But it really means the world to me. Come and say hello, tell me, drop a comment and drop a like on the video. And please subscribe, turn the notifications on if you wish. I guess it all helps. Anyway, hope that helps you all. Quick news wrap up on the XRPL and the crypto space. Oh, and one last one. Sam Bankman-Fried being sent to prison. Holy I don't really... Prisoners I don't think is a great thing to do with people because you just don't rehabilitate them. But anyway, he's Bankman-Fried was accused of leaking former Alameda Research... he was accused of leaking former Alameda Research CEO Caroline Ellison's diaries. I mean, that's not why he was imprisoned. I mean, what a soft article. The reality is he scammed people out of $4 billion worth of their holdings. But that was the final kind of point of the day. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, see you all in the next one. Be blessed.